molecule is a neutral particle made of two or more atoms,
joined by covalent bonds.
Did you know that there are various types of bonding between elements in a molecule?
Let's find out!
Atomic time! Come on, grad friends! It's time to learn about the elements. Various types of different bonding in a molecule. Atomic time.
Warning, Group 17 broke out Iron Woman. Beware for she's not what she seems, especially her four-figure crystalline form. Her lustrous crown reflects light without the sparkles. Her ductile body enables her to become thin as wire. She's malleable, which enables her body to be bent or pressed and stays that way without breaking or cracking. Don't be fooled by her atomic number. It's positively 26, as well as her atomic mass, which is 55.85. Investigators are positively neutral to the unit.
I seen a rainbow yesterday, but too many storms have come and gone. I noticed some bunch of iron rusted. Then remember iron rust when it comes to contact with water oxygen. Did you know iron rusts faster in salty water acid rain?
People claim that iron rust is iron oxide ionic to metal plus a non-metal bond because metals lose electrons while non-metals gain them. This exchange of electrons is called ionic bonding. Fe is an iron is metal and O is acid oxide. An ionic bond is formed when valence electrons are transferred from one atom to the outer shell to complete the outer electron shell. Above me, you can see how the figures form an example.
In the periodic table, there are 118 known elements. Some are common and some are not. When elements bond with each other, they form a new substance with different properties. Everyone knows what water is, and its scientific name is H2O. The H stands for hydrogen, and the O is for oxygen. The two elements are joined in a bond. Hydrogen and oxygen are both nonmetals, so that means that they are joined in a covalent bond. If two metals are joined together, for examples, potassium and calcium, they are joined in a metallic bond. And when a metal and a non-metal bond, they form an ionic bond. For each element has rings or a ring of electrons. In its outer ring, there will be a certain number, 1 to 8 electrons, and this is how many valence electrons it has. When elements bond, usually they want to fill their outer ring either by sharing electrons or taking electrons from the other element or elements that it's bonded.
Wait! Don't leave me! Can't live without you! Literally, you're the breath of my life, my dear oxygen.
Never, hydrogen. I cannot live with you, a loner. I belong with my family.
I have an idea. Let's share electrons to create a covalent bond.
Okay.
Let's stay together, little more.
Water is covalent because both hydrogen and oxygen are covalent.
A covalent bond is formed when the valence electrons from one atom are shared between two or more particular atoms. And as again, you can see above me the figure and example. Single bond has two atoms with electrons shared between them. Double bond is chemical bonding between two chemicals. Triple bond consists of atoms with 6 bonding electrons or more. The metallic bond, it's formed when the valence electrons are not associated with a particular atom or ion, but exist as a cloud of the electrons around an ionic around. Next up is our very own Wendy.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you an experiment you can try at home with the help of your parents. Today we will be separating chemical bonds. For this experiment you will need salt, water, alligator clips, a battery, 9 volts, pins, a spoon, a saucer, and a measuring cup, 60 milliliters. First, you'll need to put salt into your spoon. Place the salt into your saucer. Then add 1/4 cup of water into the Place the red clip into the positively charged and the black into the negatively charged. Put the pins at the ends of the wires. Put the ends of the wires in the salt solution. On one pin you have pure sodium and on the other pure chlorine. The ions in the salt solution are helping the electricity to travel more easily. Now try this with 1/4 cups of water. Did you notice any difference? When the electrical charge drives into water, it separates the bonds between hydrogen and oxygen. It also does this with the salt solution. And did you notice that the salt solution had more vigorous bubbles than the water solution? This is because the salt solution is made out of ionic compounds, and water just covalent. The less bubbles a solution has, the more covalent they are. The more bubbles a solution has, the more ionic they are. Thanks for watching Wendy's Lab.
I am the evil sodium. I'll explode what's in your body if eaten. No one can stop me.
And I am the hero Chlorine, who despite being dangerous, I will fight evil no matter what.
We'll see about that.
And now, I will give my valence electron away to you, and together we will bond to make salt.
No!
Your NaCl salt today at your local periodic table. Periodic table
Is an ionic compound because sodium, Na, is a metal and chlorine is a nonmetal.
So to refresh your memory of what we've learned so far, let me start with the basics. First of all, a valence electron is the electrons that have the highest energy level and are held most loosely. They are also the electrons that are shared or given away when elements bond. An element is a substance that cannot be broken down into any simpler substances by chemical means. Elements are composed of atoms, and atoms are basic particles that make up all elements. Atoms contain subatomic particles, such as protons, neutrons, and electrons. And valence electrons are types of electrons. An electron dot diagram. Atoms contain subatomic particles, such as protons, neutrons, and electrons. And valence electrons are types of electrons. An electron dot diagram is a way to show the specific number of valence electrons, ranging from 1 to 8. It includes the symbol for the element surrounded by dots. Each dot stands for one valence electron. Other ways to show the sharing or giving away of the valence electron is by Lewis structures or by models that you can build. Now let's review the types of bonds. There are ionic bonds, covalent bonds, and metallic bonds. Ionic bonds is the attraction between two oppositely charged ions. Ions are an atom or group of atoms that have an electric charge. Ionic bonds happen between nonmetals and metals. Just to refresh your memory on the properties of nonmetals and metals. Nonmetals are poor conductors and dull and brittle. Metals are shiny, malleable, and ductile and good conductors. Metalloids can also form bonds, but are more complicated like transition metals. Covalent bonds are formed between just nonmetals. Metallic bonds form between just metals. This is just a slight replay of things that we've learned. Till next time, that's all for now.
This one's for the kids who are curious about the elements with different bondings. There's covalent, ionic, and metallic. So listen up because we're gonna get down with it.
It's elements, metals, and non-metals forming ionic bond. When it comes to a covalent bond, they share their electrons. Whoa, metals combine with metals. big fat F. Chemical bonding. It's not that hard. There's 3 types of bonds. You gotta know this.
You thought you'd be better off without listening to this video, but you know elements of bonding are used in your daily life. You say that you know it, but I really doubt you understand that life has a dangerous element even around you. Bang! Sodium hydride with water may form flammable hydrogen gas. Hydrogen peroxide plus acetic acid mixtures may explode upon heating. Remember it, forget it, you better be careful, cause when you come close to them you will regret it. If you have a problem you can solve it with periodic tables help in the studies of 12 carbon atoms, 22 hydrogen atoms, 11 oxygen atoms, a whole class of carbohydrates. When they mix together, they become a covalent bond, which they make along with this catchy song, so you remember it. It's very informational with helpful things. Come on. It's okay if you don't understand, just press replay. But if you don't still catch up to it, learn another day. This to your friends, don't just tell, or they will cover their ears and say,
A molecule. Okay, I messed it over.
Science guy. Sorry I missed your call. You can leave me a message here